Welcome Twitch, welcome YouTube. My name is Trendless. Some of you know me, some of you don't. I got a lot of YouTube comments of newer players in the game who could use the one or different tips to improve their gameplay. Now, what I'm going to show you here are like 3 to 4 different things you can, in my opinion, improve the gaming experience a lot and will help you a ton if you're a new player, and I show you how to set them up. Well, first of all, we have a minimap, which is a very important tool. I like to have it pretty big so I can see the information on it and you can judge better the position of ships and so on. Now what you can do is you press Control, you go onto this little wheel here, and what I like to do, because I am very annoyed, this is again gameplay depending on what you like more. I personally prefer to put the background opacity completely to 0 so I can see through it. So in case, for example, there comes a torpedo, even though I hear it, I can see it way faster, but if it's already pretty close or not. Or I can react on stuff easier. So I like to do this. Also, what usually your game looks like when you start the game, it will look like this. The more you play, in my opinion, the more important it becomes, or it will help you a lot to know what ships you're facing. What are these ships? And you have basically no information here and a bit of fog. And what I would like to do is go first here, put ship names on here, and you can already see on the minimap, okay, that's a Des Moines, that's a Conqueror. That will help you a lot to know which target you engage, because if you're not familiar with this game and you see this guy, especially the distance, you might have no idea what it is at all. And even if you get used to the game and you remember, okay, that's a battleship with only guns or so on, it will still help you to know the name directly, because there's a lot of ships that use the same hull or look quite similar but are completely opposite from gameplay or having completely other tools than others. Furthermore, you can press escape, go to the settings, then go to the HUD, and what I look to do is go from view simple to full. This will allow you to see now the names here as well, the HP pool, the range, and it will also allow you to show on your crosshair the seconds that the shell needs to reach specific times, also the distance and so on. And especially this timer helps me a lot with aiming. Like I know, for example, okay, in 6 seconds target is pretty fast, it makes it way easier for me to lead. Meanwhile, I know, okay, he's pretty far away, it's 17 seconds, okay, then we need to lead like this or something. This timer really helps me a ton. It's absolutely amazing in that department. And last but not least, now this is graphical. Some people like it for the immersion. I'm not a big fan of it because it also can make things look a bit like not clear to me, and that's fog. That's the fog of the game. I like to turn it completely off for, you could say, ultimate competitive, but I just prefer it this way. And you do it by scrolling completely down here and put the fog transparency to 0. And now suddenly everything looks perfectly clear, and you can judge way better if somebody's aiming on you or not. And those are some little tricks that can really help you in the game, and especially for starters are a really cool thing. Also, what you can do is when you go on this wheel, there's more options. You can put arrows on pretty much every information on your ship that you have: AA gun range, secondary range, detectability by air, and so on. I personally like to have detectability by air or secondary range only on if it's for very important targets. Like, I don't like it to be clustered so up. And especially AA range I usually turn off because I can check it here as well with H. But ships with high secondary range, I like to put it on to judge it better. And again, detectability by air, if it's important for me, I also put it on. But that heavily depends on the ship. So, those are some light little tips as a new player that can help you quite a lot. And last but not least, that's for a future video. We're gonna go into a dive what means overmatch and so on. But that's a more complex thematic, so we're gonna go on that on a different video. But thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the other YouTubes and join us on Twitch. Bye bye.